our first day, and we're all meeting up at Bridgewater at the bakery, and we're about 10k out of Bridgewater, so we're just coming in. We haven't seen anyone else yet on the road, so we're hoping to meet everyone up. But this is the first day of our trip off towards Broome, and then of course all the way through to the Kimberley. So yeah, nervous anticipation is what I can say. It's fantastic. Well, Pete, it's been a big couple of days after leaving Bridgewater, meeting up there and heading through. First night was Morgan on the Murray River. Yep. And second night is up here just 100k north of Wimmera. Beautiful spot. So we're about halfway to Alice, but we had a few things happen today, didn't we?
Well, we had a great time in Port Augusta, Gary. It gives me a little bit of quiet pleasure to actually say that we had a little issue with Paul Leary's car.
So Paul, what's going on with your car?
There's just a little problem with Paul Leary's car.
Yes!
We warning light came on just outside of Port Augusta and warning us of what we believe water in his fuel thing. We weren't sure of that, but we called into the Toyota dealer just before closing, and by the time we finished, we bought spare parts, but by the time we finished talking to technicians, they'd gone home at Port Augusta, so we on the phone to Adelaide. They packed up and went home, so thank goodness WA was still there.
Yeah.
And so they talked us through the issues, and which was great. So we had the spare parts to change it all out and kick on up to here.
Yeah, that was good. Well, luckily it wasn't anything serious, and because tomorrow we've got another 2 days from here to get through to Alice Springs, which is really it's only 20k north of Alice is the start of the Tanami, and so the Tanami is going to be that's a big trip, isn't it?
Well, 1,000 k's basically through to Halls Creek where our fuel stop is. So you and I are right with our long range tanks, but Bruce has got to carry, I think he's got 40 or 60 litres of additional fuel in Jerry. So
but a lot of corrugations, we've been told. And so, but anyway, it's going to be great. And then finally we'll get to Broome.
I feel like we're finally on the trip though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're sort of in new territory to a degree, and I feel like we're on a trip and fire camping. Yeah,
beautiful fire. And the others are just making some dinner. And I love pulling up along the highway, the Stewart Highway up here. It's really nice.
Absolutely.
We're just pulled in off the highway, off the Tanami track highway, to Rabbit Flat. It's an abandoned roadhouse, sort of halfway along, and we're all having a look around, and it's quite a famous roadhouse. We're at Wolf Creek, and this is the Wolf Creek crater. Just walked up here just on dusk. And there's a few people here actually, and you can see our crew just here, and then you can see as we walk, this is into the crater, which is a full meteorite crater that hit here. How good is it to be here finally in Broome?
We're at the Cable Beach Caravan Park and the weather is absolutely spectacular, and it's just so good to finally relax.
Well, after the few days coming up the Tanami, Halls Creek, it's camping part way through to Broome here, it's good just to get in and have a couple of days to sort vehicles.
I've got to fix my batteries in the van.
And then you guys?
Oh, well, we're all doing our own thing in Broome. We're lucky enough we're going on to the horizontal falls, but everyone else is doing all sorts of different things here in Broome, fixing things, getting ready basically for the Dampier Peninsula, which is the next section of our trip, and then finally the Gibb River once we get back to Broome.
Well, we've got a few people flying in, arriving later today, and it's Trisha and Kim and Jody. And then we've my passenger Peter's heading off tomorrow back home from here. He did the first part. So
yeah, so no, it's going well so far, but I feel this is the start of the trip. Now we're here in Broome. It's great.
We've sort of had a couple of starts. A bit of Alice Spring at the start of the Tanami, League 1. League 2's now with more fly-ins, fly-outs, and then
League 3
Dampier,
will be the
and then with more fly-ins again coming, of course.
Well, we're just sitting on Cable Beach, brought the four-wheel drives down here, watched the sunset, and just a few nibbles and drinks, and waiting for the camels to come past actually. But it's a beautiful spot right here looking out over the ocean. Well, we're just going out on the horizontal falls, and we're just at the airport waiting to board the little plane and heading up. It's going to be a great day. Well, we landed on Cockatoo Island, used to be owned by Alan Bond, and we're about to go down to the boats, and the plane landing on this tiny little airstrip was amazing. It just comes in over the sheds. After finishing a great day up at the horizontal falls. This is the old Alan Bond resort, and the bar and pool is still there, but what's great is that view. So we're at the Beagle Bay Sacred Heart Church, and it's all a beautiful church, all done with beautiful mother of pearl inlay, and all around the decorative of the church. It's a very famous old church in this little town of Beagle Bay.
Up to here, we're sort of going into that area there, and then up to.
So this church is Well, I've arrived in Pedder Bay, and the gang are all here. We're all just got a nice little spot here in the middle of the bush. Well, it's not really in the middle of the bush, because that's where we are, right on this beautiful headland, and it is just the whole way round, 180 degrees, and it's a pretty special spot.
arrived at the top of the Dampier Peninsula, which is Cape Leveque, and we're on the very top at Coolgerman, and right on the red cliffs and magnificent water and beautiful beach. So great spot. Yeah, so we've just arrived at Winjana Gorge National Park, and took the crew a bit of time to get ready, but we're off on our walk now and off inside to see the gorge.
Bruce, turn round.
So we're up in the gorge, and we're all been a bit sceptical about the old croc, but if we have a look here, there is plenty of crocs in the water there. So we're just up in the gorge, and we came around the corner, and there's a whole heap of bats here in this tree. And we first started smelling it first, and then you can see all the bats up there now.
We've just arrived at the Tunnel Creek walk. It's about a 500-600 metre walk return.
So we're venturing now into the cave system of Tunnel Creek, just past our first little freshwater croc, and this is where we start using torches, and because it's going to get basically pitch black in here. Well, we've just walked into Leonard River Gorge, and it was a little quite rocky to get in, difficult in thongs of course, but it's a spectacular spot here. You can't get down to the water, but it's a beautiful viewing spot.
Had a nice fall on the way down, had to mop it all up.
Oh,
Lucky
no.
I had my toilet paper with me.
So what's going on here, Anne?
Well, we had a little whoopsie on our walk and got a few little prickles in my eye here. So Dr. Paul is on duty.
You got attacked by the sprinkle bush. Is there anything still in there?
Yeah, I don't really.
So we've just arrived at Bell Gorge, going in for a walk into the waterfalls. We stayed the night last night at Silent Grove campsite, had a great night, and yeah, looking forward to seeing these the Bell Falls. It's very, very famous. Well, we're just climbing down into Bell Gorge, and it's quite a steep descent here, and they say it's class 5. I don't know what that means, but it's almost needing ropes down here.
Hi folks, here we are at beautiful, beautiful downtown Bell Gorge, right in the heart of the Kimberley range.
We were led to believe it was going to be warm water.
What's happened?
It's freezing.
Two, three. Well, we're just at Minji Roadhouse getting some fuel. Price is not too bad actually, $2, and we're just fueling up at the moment. You can see the guys there. Just unfortunately, it's one at a time. So, but we're going to get a couple of pies here, so it'll be alright.
You using an electronic device near a petrol pump? But anyway, we've just pulled in a local community's roadhouse and filling up. We've already said that. $2.05. We said that. What haven't we said, Gary?
We're at Manning Gorge and beautiful Billabong by the camping ground. And to do the walk up to the Manning Gorge, which we're doing now, you've got to take this little boat. It's on a pulley system, and it's a pretty clever setup, really. So we're at Mount Barnett Roadhouse, and I actually thought that the thing that would fail would be the van if anything was going to fail. No, it's actually the Land Cruiser, and it's the Brown Davis tank has got a crack in the weld, and it's been pouring out. And so what we've done is we've drained the fuel. We're fixing it with some chemical bond. And we'll just see, we're just waiting now to see whether it's going to be a good hold. So we're at Drysdale Station, we're all going out for a bistro meal tonight, and it's a great little spot here. Everyone's having a good time, just waiting to queue up at the, waiting for the APT people to finish actually. Well, we're at Drysdale Station, and just going up today to the Mitchell Falls because of our circumstance. We're doing it the easy way, which is up by plane and then chopper up onto the Mitchell Plateau.
Light today, so that comes up see up there, and then this is the Mitchell Plateau turn off there. So you may have seen the King Edward River on the flight there, so that flows from south to the north there. It's crashing down on me tonight.
Here we are at the beautiful Lily Pond.
arrived up here at the Mitchell Falls at the top pool. We've been having a swim, and it's a magnificent place. Beautiful crystal clear water, and we're now going to walk up and around the rim to meet the chopper, and we'll get the best view looking back at the falls.
So we just took a flight with Heli Spirit in a helicopter across the falls, and we did a figure eight, and we were able to see both sides of the falls and also Little Merton and Big Merton Falls as well.
Oh yeah! We're at our Equestro station. Peter's just pulled in, and this morning we're off to Zebedee Springs. So it's hot water coming out of the ground, and very pretty place. We'll see. So we've made our way up through to the top of the falls, and there's all these little hot spas all the way down the hill. So it's a matter of just picking one and just jumping in. It's pretty good.
Zebedee Debbedy Doo! That's where we are at Zebedee Falls, and it's beautiful, warm water. Best bath I've had for 3 weeks.
So we're just at Emma Gorge. Just had a lovely coffee at the cafe, and we're about to do the Emma Gorge walk. And it's probably one of the best lagoons in the Kimberley. Track into Emma Gorge is quite rocky in sections. In fact, there's a sign that says if you can't handle the first section, turn back now. But we all got up there, and it was thoroughly worthwhile. Beautiful swimming spot. So we're with Paul and Lockie and I, and we're up going up to Equestro Gorge, and we've come across this beautiful water pool, and the ferns and everything here is just outstanding. To think that it's just a desert on the other side is amazing.
It's crystal clear water, you'll see. Yeah. It's incredible.
Well, we just had to wade through the water back there, and then luckily for Lockie, we had Lockie to help us climb up the rock on the other side. Anne got up. And Paul, Lockie and myself, and it's an epic, and then the walk then continues from here. It's amazing. The boardwalk up here, hanging.
Definitely no boardwalk, we're walking through Equestro Gorge.
So we've arrived at the Bungles. We're all here at in the afternoon, going to do a late afternoon walk up to the cathedral, and it is absolutely stunning where we are. I'm going to take you around and show you this. Probably in the sun may be a bit of a problem, but it's absolutely beautiful.
Pretty awesome this time of the day.
It's a bit yuck.
We're in the northern section of the site. I couldn't resist that one. We are in the northern section of the Bungle, and we've got a 2.2k in hike to Mini Palms Gorge, so 4.4 return.
I need it. We're here.
Doing well.
Spectacular, to say the least.
What do you think, Phil?
Oh, this is incredible. So this is the Small Palms walk at the Bungles, and we've been climbing over these massive big boulders that have got infused rock in the lava. Incredible place, big chasm at the end. Well worth the walk.
We're just on the walk into Echidna Chasm.
So we've just come up to a little lookout not far from our campsite. Looks out over the Bungles, the Bungle, and we're just setting up for some drinks and nibbles, and we're going to sit and watch the sunset over the Bungles, which is all behind us. So we're just at the Lake Argyle Dam, damming of the Ord River, and it's an immense lake, and it's pretty full at the moment, which is good.
I don't think it's fruit.
What it picks up. There's no deep, it picks
Yeah,
up
I know,
big.
I know.
It doesn't
No,
pick up
I did that
people.
with my phone camera.
Okay, right.
That one.
Your phone will pick it up.
I present you with this bottle of red.
Thank you for winning.
First place. First place.
For first place. Thank you very much.
Thank
you so much.
Good morning and welcome to the day. We are in the car park at the base of Edith Falls, just north of Katherine. Camped out in the bush last night and now we're about to do the 2k walk up to the upper pool. Enjoy. Both had their sunnies on standing like this.
Preparing for the big long walk up to Edith Falls.
Well, yesterday we came through from Lake Argyle and last night stayed at just near Edith Falls. This morning we've come up for a walk, just walked up from the bottom to the top pool. I'm a bit hot and sweaty. It's a beautiful spot, going to go down and have a swim now.
Tell us. At Florence Falls in Litchfield National Park. Beautiful swimming hole called the plunge pool.
Good, Gary, very good. I like the swim. It is too cold for me being a sook, but it's very nice, I must admit.
How's it all going?
Good, Gary. Freezing, but good. Well worth the effort.
Kim?
No, it's not freezing. It's very pleasant. Once you're in. I've had colder ones.
We're at Crocodilius Park in Berrimah, Darwin, and we're about to watch the croc feeding time in about half an hour, and some breeding pens. There's buffalo, plethora of wildlife here. Come and enjoy. So what do you got there, Kimmy?
A crocodile.
So we've got our last night as a group in Darwin and we've all come out for a Greek feast and we've had a great night finished, but one of us ordered dessert.
Here at the Yellow River boat cruise, we're going to do a sunset tour. We're camped further back down at Jim Jim Billabong, and we are in the Kakadu National Park.
It's broken up into clan groups. My family's, Dennis's, is the Murrumbura clan. My auntie Jessie Alderson is the senior traditional spokesperson for the whole area that we travel through today. Group of scientists came into this park 2 years ago. 1 hour drive that way, they dug up a site, they found a stone axe. This stone axe officially puts my family in Kakadu by science for over 65,000 years continuously. Never leaving Kakadu unless we had to go Darwin to go shopping and cinema, and when I was younger, nightclub. That crocodile photo in Jabiru like the best photo we've ever. You know, that's a photo, you know, the whole group, that's the biggest. They sit at 6 and 7 foot, not as big as a big red.
We're at Gunlam Falls, just down in the camping ground, and we're about to do the walk. 2 walks, one up to the lookout, 2 hours in. Will be interesting. Let's go.
Are we there yet?
So we're just at the top of Gunlom Falls, and this is, you know, the nature's infinity pool. So right behind here, about a metre below, just drops about 300 feet, and it's just beautiful tranquil pool just sitting here, and there's a couple of rangers just gone past, and it's beautiful, very nice.
Here we are at Gunlom Falls. It was quite a treacherous walk up the trek, and we're sitting in the infinity pool overlooking beautiful, beautiful views in the nice warm water. Cool.
So we're at the Daily Waters pub. We just dropped in here for lunch on the way down, and it's an amazing pub. All sorts of amazing paraphernalia from all sorts of places, whether it's caps, badges, t-shirts, hats, stickers. Everyone's put stuff up over the years, and it's just created this amazing place. Anyway, we're having the famous Barra Burger, so looking forward to that.
We're at Nipmuc National Park. You might know it as Catherine Gorge, and we're about to do a boat tour. Better form a line over here.
In itself is around 9,500 square kilometres. During the wet season, we've got an average about 1,000 mils worth of rain, which fills this catchment up and overflows it.
Just got info from Melbourne. It's only 3 degrees, and we're still up on our way home. We're at Mataranka at Bitter Springs, and we're drifting down this waterway of crystal clear water, and the water's about 32 degrees, so life's good. Well, this is where it all started. We're in Alice Springs, just north of Alice Springs, at the very start of the Tanami track. I don't know, it seems a lot of weeks ago now that we started, and we headed up this road, up the Tanami Road, 1,000 kilometres of dirt road all the way to Broome.
And then from Broome, with a few fly-in, fly-outs, we headed up the Dampier Peninsula to Cape Leveque, did a few nights up there, back to Broome, and then we hit it. We hit the Gibb River Road. Right across the Gibb, and a couple of incidences, but only minor really, and ended up at Kununurra for a good rest, and then Kununurra. That's where we repaired fuel tanks.
That's right.
2 cars out of the 4 had fuel tank issues, and 1 puncture. We've since then gone out and made our way through from Lake Argyle to Darwin, done Kakadu, and
blasted all the way down. We've been going for about 3 days, and we still are in Northern Territory, but we've got finally back to here, right down through the centre. So all we've got to do now is
bang,
head
home. 3 days home.
Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. You're right, you gotta help us. It was in the spring, the spring became minutes, that's over, right?